Let's quickly check the Bible. Let's check the book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 25. But he said, I am not mad, most noble Festus. That is Paul speaking. But I speak forth the words of truth and soberness. Now, meaning he's speaking for the truth in soberness. Okay. For now, Romans 12, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Let's check 2 Corinthians 5, verse 13. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 13. For whether we be beside ourselves, it is to God, or whether we be sober, it is for your cause. Now, what is soberness and what is the effect of soberness? Soberness is the boost of discernment. Soberness is the boost of discernment. Now, in soberness does not mean that you are sad. Are you there? Soberness is between happiness and sadness. It is between joyfulness and sadness. You are not too happy and you did not give yourself to sadness. That is soberness. And a man that will discern accurately must learn to be sober. Are you there? If you are the type that you laugh anyhow, you just laugh, you laugh anyhow, or you are the type that little things, touch your emotion, before any little things happen, you are already crying or you are already misbehaving, things like that, you may not be, your discernment level may not be accurate. Because for you to be able to discern accurately, you will need to balance your emotions. You will not be too happy and then too sad. No, you stay balanced. It is in that balanced position that you will be able to discern. Have you discovered that sometimes when something, of something good happens to you, sometimes you discover you are even saying things that's not too relevant. You'll be talking out of excessive joy. At that point when you are overjoyous, you cannot discern accurately. And when you give yourself to excessive sadness, you cannot also discern. So you need to balance it. So the balance of being too excessively joyful and extremely sad is soberness. Soberness is the balance. And that is the realm a man that will operate in an effective discernment must find himself. He must not be a kind of person that is easily swept with mood, with with emotions. It will not be that man that it won't be that person that cannot handle his emotions. Somebody that can just get excited extremely, and when he wants to cry again, he will cry so deeply. Such people may not be able to discern. Jesus was speaking to his disciples one day, and he said to them, he said, it is good to go to the house of mourning than to go to where they are rejoicing and shouting. Now, the reason Jesus made that statement was not because Jesus was saying that it is good for bad things to happen. No, that's not what Jesus was saying. Jesus was teaching the people soberness. Because Jesus knows that when you go to the house of mourning, somehow you will think. You will think about your life. You will be sober. You will not be too happy and you will not be too sad, but you will be sober. So, in order for them to regulate their mood in such a way that it will be balanced, Jesus now recommended that occasionally they should visit the house where certain things has happened, so that they will be able to balance their state of emotion. So, somebody did something and you got excited excessively. Even in an excessive excitement, you will begin to do some things you don't mean. It's when the excitement now goes down a bit that you now begin to think of what you have done, and you will know that you are not supposed to do it. The same thing happens when you are too sad, when you give yourself to excessive sadness and sorrow. You will do some things, you will say some things that you should not have said. It's when that mood now leaves that you will now begin to blame yourself for saying those things. So, the best state a man that wants to discern can stay is in the state of soberness. Soberness helps you to discern. Soberness helps your discernment. Soberness helps you. At that point, when you are no longer sober, one of the instruments, one of the tools of watchers is soberness. They don't stay, you know, on their watch, laughing around or just, doing all sorts of things. No, when they stay on their watch, watching for the move of God, they are usually sober. Check great men. They are not people that laugh anyhow. Check great men. They are not people that give themselves to excessive sorrow. Things that an ordinary person will be crying on, cry for days. Not because they will not show compassion, but you won't see them in such a mood. You won't see them laughing excessively. No, they are balanced. The reason they maintain their balanced emotional state is because of their discernment level. At every point in your life, you will need your discernment to be able to make the right choice. So the moment you lose discernment, you lose alignment. I pray the Lord will help us in the name of Jesus.